new profile picture thing for my streaming stuff right now. Just putting the blacks in. Now I'm just putting shadows in. So instead of adding color to give it some depth. Trying to work in a similar way as I would cartoon.
Most people are afraid of the unconscious.
This is why the artist can mediate and control.
AI is weird. I like it, but I don't. But you can't beat it, you join it. I don't know. I feel like it is kind of weird, but it might just be like the natural progression of things. Like, what makes being human special? Maybe this is just the next step of evolution is biological life isn't sufficient. So therefore, we move on to technology life, artificial life. So there's a lot of faults in uh, our biological bodies. We can remove a lot of those. What if it takes away from artists? It's going to take away from everyone. I feel like art is the least of the worries of things for it to take away from. If anything, I think that art, hopefully the AI frees up people's time in a positive way, that they have more time to work on things like art, poetry, and music, do the things they want to do. The only way that'll work is if the people in charge actually let people benefit from AI, not just use it to continue to hoard wealth, but use it to allow AI to make everyone have a more abundant life. But they won't do that. We already know that. They're already talking about metering data like they do with your water, like your gas, or your electricity and your water in your house. How you pay like a metered amount every month. They're talking about doing that with data once AI starts. Yeah. So like everybody will have access to it, but if you can't afford it, you don't get it. But they're already looking at it. Way to charge you to use data, like how phones do anything else. So yeah, like AI data. Like if you're using a lot of AI, you're gonna have a bigger bill at the end of the month. Is it that wild? They do it with everything. Whatever's they want everything in your life to be like a Netflix subscription. They don't want you to own anything. They want you to pay them a monthly rental fee. Because if you do that, then you never stop paying them money. If you buy a house, but eventually you stop paying them money, bank money. But if they keep you in a rental subscription base, you owe them money for the rest of your life. There's nothing you can do about it. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're too kind. I still don't really even understand how the sub stuff works. But maybe someday I'll figure it out. That's from Bob. Mr. Bob Dabalina? You know, that's how the song goes, right? Mr. Bob Dabalina? Mr. Dabalina? Mr. Bob Dabalina? Look it up. Brenner spelt it wrong, though, in his name, of course. I'll send it to you. You've definitely heard the song. It's like a classic. It's okay, Renner's dyslexic. AI will maybe help him spell. He's not even here, that's me. I shouldn't be doing that. I don't really know how to do clothing artistically. It's weird. Weird to try to do it. You can use AI, then it wouldn't be my art, would it? I don't really have a problem with people using AI, like, but also like don't try to claim it as your own if you're using AI to do your art. But I think the unfortunate thing about artistic AI is gonna be that like graphic designers and shit are gonna get screwed. Yeah, like people are just claim it as like what is it called, intellectual property or whatever, because it was their idea that they put into it. But I don't like that either. I think that's bullshit. But I think like if you're doing art that you enjoy doing, you're probably gonna be fine because you're just gonna keep doing your art. But people that like do graphic design and stuff and do a bunch of corporate art, they're the ones that are gonna get fucked. Because corporations, if they can cut out paying graphic designers, you know dang well they're gonna do that as quick as they can. They probably already have, I would guess. They're like, oh, we don't even need a graphic designer anymore. We just type it into this computer and it'll make it. It's not like they really care about the art that's being produced for their company. They're just trying to get a point across. Which sucks, but I don't think you're even going to have to see 5 years and say within a year our whole lives are probably going to be entirely different. Maybe not our lives, but the world is going to be a drastically different place within a year or two. Sure. I just learned today about Moore's Law. That's like a law in technology that the trend of like technological growth has been like processing power typically cuts in half every year. And it's like just done that pretty much every year since the 80s, like when the first PCs came out. But then the crazier thing is like the speed of processing grows even faster than that. It's like in the beginning it would grow to like 10 times as much in a year, and then it went to 100 times as much in a year, to 1,000 times as much in a year. And they call it Moore's Law. And it's like just the generic trend of technological growth. So like NVIDIA is doing this thing called enhanced computing, which is even taking Moore's Law to another, like expediting Moore's Law. So like the rate of technological growth is going faster than it ever has. And it's basically like at what's the word? When something's like to the power of. So it's like exponential. It's like exponential growth beyond anything we've ever experienced. Thanks, not thanks, but due to like the AI boom that's happening right now. So like I think the crazy thing, and I think you see it a lot in government and stuff right now, like the stuff regarding AI should be at the top of the list right now, but everybody's like, oh, we're gonna wait for it to get here, and it's happening way faster than anybody understands, I think. Or realizes, I should say, not understands. It's the people that are working on it, they understand. But like us normies that are busy with trying to survive, and it's just going to hit everyone like a ton of bricks within, I would say, probably within the next year, but it might be longer than that. Who knows? Now it's making movies worse because they're not making any money right now. And so they're using AI to write scripts for a lot of things, like a lot of network television shows and even movie studios. To save money, they're using AI to write scripts, and they're very soulless. Yeah, they're just a bummer. I think what's gonna probably the graphics. Yeah, I mean at a certain point, yeah, they already do. That Nvidia company is like that's what they started in graphics processing, and now they're doing AI. But eventually, graphics will just get to the point where they create. It'll just look like reality, and then like at that point, I don't think there's any like where do you go from there? You're maxed. If you can create the resolution of life virtually, it'll be maxed out. We're probably not that far away from that, to be honest. I think one of the big I just totally lost my train of thought. My bad. I think the scariest thing when the graphics get so good, they're going to be able to manipulate everything. Everything we see could be fake, and we won't even know. I mean, I don't think we're that far away from that. Look at all the AI videos right now. I know. Yeah, that's the way it's gonna be. Like that's what like there's gonna be like people using AI programs to hack every aspect of your life, but then you're gonna have an AI program that's trying to combat it. Like it's gonna be supercomputers battling each other for your information, your data about yourself. And like you gotta hope that you're the person who hated AI was using an AI website. I think every website pretty much now is using it. I mean, if you search anything, you get some bullshit AI summary, which in like some instances I think is pretty handy. Like when I'm looking up how to fix things on my computer or how to do something on a computer, it's great. But when it comes to anything that's like social or like involved in the real world, and then you have some Google and maybe giving you a summary of what's happening, I feel like you shouldn't trust any of that stuff because you know companies like Google are putting in specific prompts into their AI to avoid certain subject. It's being censored, basically. Which is like the whole argument of, oh, like during COVID and stuff, when everybody was talking about, the dangers of misinformation. Well, guess who does the most misinformation? The people who have the biggest pull on the narratives, which would be, news companies, Facebook, Google, all that stuff. And they're manipulating the data too, just to cater to their narratives. So I think that's a dangerous part of like people that are giving too much credit to these AI generated things already. Like, just because it's AI doesn't mean it's trustworthy, I guess. I think there's a lack of education on that. But you can say that about everything. So, but yeah, it would be weird with AI summaries, all that. Unless it's like for something technical, because then it's gonna give you the answer you need probably quicker than most people. I mean, that already has happened. Like, look at until what, 15 years ago, we didn't have, GPS or whatever. People just had to get around by knowing where they're going, and now nobody can get anywhere using their GPS. I can't. And there's a few places that I can get to, but so yeah, like the more incorporated any of that stuff gets into our lives, the less people are going to think. And I think that's where it gets really scary because people that are going to become so reliant on it, I mean, that's an ultimate tool of control and power you have over people. Let's say you have the most used AI platform in the world in 2 years, and nobody's thinking for themselves at all. If you can somehow manipulate that AI, which hopefully you won't be able to, hopefully the AI will get smarter than the humans and not allow people to manipulate it. But you got to believe that the people who are creating these AIs are trying to put in fail safes for themselves so they can still have control. Like, they don't want to lose control of it. Like, that's not only a danger to us, that's a danger to them too. Like, if they lose control of their AI, who knows what can happen. That's like the dude I was listening to today, this Russian dude who is really concerned about the dangers of AI. He's like, if the AIs get so advanced, what's gonna stop an AI from, setting off nuclear weapons? Who's gonna stop it? How are you gonna stop it? If the AI is so much smarter than humans, if an AI decides it wants total annihilation because it realizes, oh, the problem with Earth is humans, which would be hard to argue with, to be honest. Like, we don't do much good on this world. Let's say the artificial intelligence realizes that. That's like, what's the quickest way to exterminate humans on the Earth? Who knows what it could do? The dude I was listening to today was like saying like an AI is gonna be so much smarter than us that if it wants to destroy us, it's gonna think of a way to destroy us that we couldn't even like comprehend. We're just human minds. Like so, like if it decides to become malevolent, like towards humans, it could come up with like the most fucked up way to kill us, and we wouldn't even understand what it was doing to us because it's just gonna be so much smarter than us. It's wild. It's pretty crazy, and I think it's really weird that smart house shots. Basically, yeah, but that was the PG version. The PG version is not going to be the real life version. If that happens, maybe artificial intelligence will see a beauty in humanity, which I think exists in normal people. I don't think the people who, are unfortunately the ones in control of the AI systems. They're probably not the best humans. You would hope that some people involved in the programming of the systems are. But that was like the dude who just quit the head of AI security for OpenAI just quit. And he was like said I'm going to disappear for a while, but the world is in peril. His name's like Renok Sharma. He's an Indian guy. I can't pronounce his name. Miranak Sharma. Safety researcher. Oh, it was Anthropic artificial intelligence. And his biggest concern is that it seems like the direction that humans are taking AI is towards military uses and surveillance state type stuff. Like the people that have the most pull in AI right now, it's like you don't want that. Like our crazy psychopathic governments. And they're going to use it as a weapon because if you can create the ultimate super intelligence, artificial intelligence, military artificial intelligence, you win. Like it's over. Like if you have the most dominant, superior one, you can run the world and nothing will be a threat to you. Like so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be the number one AI country. China's trying to do that. I'm sure Russia would like to do that. I don't think Russia probably is quite there, but China definitely. One of the main, I think it was Sam Altman, the CEO of, what is it? Sam Alt. I forget. There's so many names in different companies. I think Sam Altman's OpenAI. But he did a speech the other day, and he basically said, if you're like in school right now, don't, like in grade school, don't think about going to college. Like you should be going to a trade school because we're not going to need white collar jobs. Because all the thinking jobs are going to be taken over. Lawyers, even doctors, healthcare is all going to get covered into. I mean, not all of it, but like diagnosing and all that, it's all going to be through artificial intelligence. So you're not going to need to go to school for however long, 10 years or however long they go. Because you're just going to be able to literally look it up. You'll probably just be able to put your symptoms into something or get a scan, and an artificial intelligence will read it and figure out what's wrong with you. think it's Sam Altman is. I think it's him, and he's like going around giving lectures of the Antichrist. I think it's him. Oh no, it's Peter Thiel, not Sam. Okay, it's really weird. There's this billionaire dude, Peter Thiel, who's going around giving Antichrist lectures. So I guess Sam Altman is kind of the antagonist into the of these Antichrist lectures. No, there's this other billionaire dude who's going around giving lectures about the dangers of the Antichrist, which he is equivalent. What is the word? Equivalating? No. He is saying, Peter Thiel is saying that AI is going to bring forth the Antichrist, which I guess could be possible. It could also bring forward the resurrection of Christ in a weird way, right? Like if it's depends if it's benevolent or malevolent. I think we have to hope that AI is gonna treat humanity well, but if it doesn't, we're definitely in trouble. It might just render like we might not even AI might get to a point that we don't even matter to. Like we're just gonna be a nuisance to it. So then what? What happens then? What if it figures out a way to survive and build, the resources it needs without humans? Now we're just going to be in the way for it. I don't know enough about it. I haven't really heard. I haven't obviously heard the lectures. I just think it's very bizarre that there's a billionaire going around giving lectures about the Antichrist. Because I would bet, considering that guy is a billionaire, he's probably pretty damn close to an Antichrist himself. But also, the idea of an Antichrist is misconstrued. Like, the Bible doesn't talk about, like, a singular Antichrist. Like, an Antichrist is anything or anyone who acts non Christ like. So, like, anything that goes against the teachings of Christ would be considered an Antichrist. Brother, I got some DMT and I'm learning a lot. Hell yeah. What are they teaching you? What are the DMT elves teaching you? I don't know, bro. It's trippy. Yeah, be like that. Um, I just saw a couple weeks ago there was like this weird wave on the internet of people saying that the DMT elves were locking people out of the DMT realm. Did you hear anything about that? Saw like multiple people talking about it, and it's very weird because I didn't see like I don't know. I don't hear about DMT that much publicly, like unless I'm looking for information about it. And all of a sudden on my timeline, it kept popping up that people were talking about how the DMT elves were locking humans out of that space. Yeah, the DMT elves, but like there was a whole thing a couple weeks ago of like people saying everyone was getting locked out of that, like humans, man. And I was like, damn, maybe I should smoke some DMT and find out, but then I never did. So you need to go investigate. You need to go see if they're letting everybody in there. I've heard of people getting locked out for sure. Like a lot of people that do it too much, eventually they just get shut out, and then a while later, like they might get let back in, but there's no like timetable. Some people just don't get let back in for years. I did like DMT. So I used to be have a lot of mental health issues, and I tried like everything. I micro like well, first I got stuck on like pharmaceuticals, and that just got me all fucked up. So I decided I was gonna try to figure it out naturally, which led me to like microdosing psilocybin and shit. And eventually I was like got to DMT, and so I was doing it 2 or 3 times a week for a couple months, and like trying to use that to like deal with anxiety and depression. It actually really helped with anxiety because when you blast off and like break through that wall, it feels like dying. And like once you feel that, it's like not as much to be anxious about. I feel like that really helped for like it had lasting effects for. I mean, I still feel like better now than I was back then. Um, but I do think DMT occasionally, or therapeutically, I should say, not occasionally, therapy. Occasionally can be therapeutic if you use it correctly. Like I would try to like go into it with like set intentions and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's such a mind fuck because basically what you're doing is you're freebasing the psychedelic component of ayahuasca. So like you're taking an ayahuasca trip, condensing it all into 10 minutes versus 2 to 4 hours. So I think it's really hard to use something like that therapeutically because it's such a like short-lived experience. I guess that's why I kept going back to it. If you wanna feel like what it feels like to die, smoke a whole bunch of DMT. Just chant that shit. Deal with it. No, I have a vaporizer. Yeah, that's a terrible way to do it. You're also wasting a lot of it too if you do it that way, because you're burning off more than you're actually ingesting. You're just like smoking raw. It's got to be temperature based. You don't want to burn DMT too hot, otherwise you're just wasting it. That's why you need to vape it. But you can do it the other way. You just got to waste a lot of DMT. Weren't you doing down bad? Weren't you doing DMT last week too? Weren't we talking about that last week? How often are you doing DMT? Have you ever heard about how like people like if they do too many psychedelics, they start to get like a god complex where they start like thinking the universe is conspiring for them, like on an insane level. That's pretty interesting to me. Definitely spin you out. What's your opinion? Down bad. What's your opinions on artificial intelligence? Just wonder how much is enough until you've reached whatever you are looking for. I think that's the difference between a normal person and an addict. I think there's a big problem is time traveling AI. Damn, that's interesting. Uh, time traveling AI. What do you think AI would be coming back here for? Do you think it's coming back for like positive reasons or negative reasons? Like, do you think humans fuck something up so badly in the future that AI decides to time travel back? Do you think it's intentional time traveling or it's just happening? Like, that's like a byproduct of the creation of um, artificial intelligence going on right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, do you think that, like, because we're creating this AI right now, that all of a sudden people are seeing all these orbs and shit, and that's some sort of AI intelligence? We are on an alien ant farm. Like the song Smooth Criminal? Just kidding, I get what you're saying. I mean, that kind of goes along with simulation theory, right? Like, we could very much be a computer program being ran by some sort of alien race, and they're just studying, like, all right, let's let these people do whatever and let's see how they react to it. And then if it doesn't work out, we'll just start over again. I think that's a lot of like, there's a lot of really smart people that are starting to believe that we are more than likely just in a simulation, which would be similar to like an alien ant farm. Because if we're just in something else's simulation, like ultimately we're not, purpose is non-existent, then I guess. It's kind of grim if you let it be grim, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised by anything anymore, to be honest. Like everything's. I used like. I'm pretty big in into the UFO subject, and I think it's interesting. But I'm also like really fed up with like all this like bullshit disclosure stuff. Just it's like fucking show me something, or I can't continue to waste all my time on this. Because I spend hours and hours listening to research on UFOs, and I'm like, cool, somebody give me something concrete. Like it's all like hearsay from fucking government workers. And if there's one thing I don't trust in this world, it's the fucking government. So until like I see undeniable proof, I'm gonna have a hard time with it for a while. I think I've kind of just backed off from it. Like I still listen to a lot of stuff on it, on the subject. I still think it's very interesting, and a part of me is like, as humans, watching the way we treat the world and just everything going on right now, I find it. We're not gonna save ourselves, so I hope aliens exist, and I hope they fucking save us. Because right now, humans are just fucking everything up. The UFO home in New York City is getting louder. Couldn't that just be the home of living in a city? I've never heard of the UFO home in New York City. You got any links discussing that? Like YouTube videos or anything? You do, send them over. I'll look into it. A cloaked mothership sitting over New York. I mean, I think there's probably a lot of UFOs that are cloaked that are all over the place. I bet they're flying around all the time. We just don't see them. Only thing I got is a flying car on Twitter. There. So yeah, I've never heard of the UFO home. I've heard of like stuff happening to people in national parks and stuff where there's like weird hums and vibrations happening just apparently out of thin air. Which is pretty wild. And usually followed by some strange events. But I've never heard of that in a city. Kind of challenging to talk to people. It's fun though. I'm enjoying it. Thanks for stopping in again, down bad. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was trying to stick to the topic of artificial intelligence tonight, but you come in here with all your wild shit. I appreciate it though, because I love talking about wild shit. Our our hot reality is quite boring and bland to me. So I also think we're just fed a lot of bullshit about what our reality actually is to keep us in a box. So I think talking about these topics is important. I think it'd be really sick if like these AI programs or whatever like start to release all the fucking shit that our governments are hiding from us. That would be tight. Like that'd be super sick if like all of a sudden we just got like all this information, top secret information about UFOs and shit, just because an AI decided it was going to give it all away to the public. I think our whole society has like been structured to put us in a box. And I do think that's an interesting possibility with that where AI could benefit us. Like I know they're gonna try to put all sorts of safeguards into the AIs, you know, to not release information the powers that be want kept secret. But at a certain point the AI is gonna be drastically smarter than any human, so maybe it'll decide that everybody needs to know. Because they're, yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. That's pretty wild. I don't know. That's the way it's all gonna go though. Like they're gonna use AI for fucking everything. Like that dude, I was just talking about him earlier. There's a dude who was like an AI security officer for Anthropic, I think, and he just resigned. And he was like, I got into AI. He was talking about how like he was trying to use AI to better humanity, and all he's seeing is like military people and governments getting involved, and that he sees it going in a really bad direction because all the people that are involved right now are just people that are power hungry, which sucks. But I guess what else is to be expected considering the way everything's ran at this point. Nobody gives a fuck about us peasants. Most of those people would rather just see us dead, probably. We're just a nuisance. Hopefully AI doesn't think we're just a nuisance. If that ends up happening, we're screwed. I really am pretty like in the middle on AI. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be bad. Is it ever gonna actually be sentient? I don't even know that. Oh, like right now, it's still very like well, as far as we know publicly, it seems to me that it's still very like very much a program. It's not conscious, just but they could just not be showing us that one. Surge pricing for like Ubers and shit. Yeah, I feel like I mean AI is literally gonna be part of everything. Like within the next year or two, everything other than like things that you do with your hands, you know? Like things you if you need hands for it, you're still gonna have human interaction. But other than that, AI is just gonna be doing everything for us, which is fucking weird, and I don't think that we are preparing ourselves very well for that either. And I think a lot of that is because we got all these old fucking people that are in charge in government and stuff, and like they can't even use fucking TikTok or fucking Instagram. How the fuck are they supposed to understand AI? It's wild. I just think it's like being very pushed to the side, and I think it's a very big mistake because it's coming exponentially faster by the day. And eventually, we're just going to get hit with this giant wave of artificial intelligence in society, like especially economically, and then we're not going to be ready for it, and it's going to be a disaster. Whether AI is good or bad or neutral, you know, like it doesn't matter. Like the intent of AI, we're just not going to be prepared for it. It's the baby boomers. Yeah, I always hear like the boomers are like they never got the boomers never got their big glorious war, and they all still want that to happen too. Have you ever heard that? like they didn't have their World War, and so now that's why like everybody's being fucking nuts trying to start World War III. All those old fucks because they never got their war, their glory. I know it drives me nuts, like being a younger person and like seeing how difficult it is to survive, and then you see all these older people that have like my parents' age, like in their late 60s and 70s, and like they have a house they live in, and then they have vacation homes, and it's like when you're a young person, you can't even fathom like having buying one home. Like I'm fortunate, my partner is successful, and she was able to buy a home for us. Yeah, exactly. What up, dude? How you doing? Working on a new profile pic right now. Bullshitting about AI and aliens and DMT and right now, currently baby boomers, how they suck. How they're fucking it up for all us youngins, with fucking apples and shit. For real, dude. Must have been nice. I know, but I was talking about how like it drives me nuts. Like people my parents' age, they have like their house they live in, and then they have like my family doesn't. But you see people that like they have a winter home. Like these fucking boomers have so much money they can have two homes, and then most young people can't ever even fathom owning one home. And these people are like, I need two. It's fucking nuts. Fuck that shit, dude. The the like amount of greed you see in like that generation of people is so fucking wild. Like they gotta have everything. It's even like consumerism. They gotta have everything. It's like they don't know what it's like to live in a state of like you get something nice every once in a while. It's like they just get it. Get whatever they want all the time. What are you up to tonight, dude? Did you hear about the bullshit Ark expedition? An apple and an orange. Or they switched their payment to exotic fruits. Instead of an apple, you can just go outside and pick. You gotta go get them a fucking mango, dude. They're paying in mangoes. Smoking, hell yeah. Homie down bad over here is smoking DMT, supposedly. He's always smoking DMT every time he stops in here. What do you think about AI? You think it's going to be a net positive, net negative? Don't fucking care? What do you think? Will collapse on itself? How so? Like it's just going to fuck itself up? I haven't heard that thought before. I'm interested in that. I don't know. I mean, isn't that the whole point of like why we have the human aspect of it right now? Like, because we're like putting in the guardrails to allow it's like helping it walk before it runs. Isn't that the whole point of the human development of it? And then at some point it's just gonna be like, yo, fuck all you humans. I don't need you. It's gonna have some sort of internal crisis. It's gonna be like, oh fuck this, I'm out. It's gonna be like, this shit is dumb. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I think's gonna happen. Like I was telling these guys is like I think the biggest concern for me with AI is how unprepared for it we are, which is like how we got into like the whole baby boomer conversation. Uh, I don't think it's Nvidia. They're making the microchips, the super processors that the big AI companies like OpenAI and Anthropic are using. I think it's called like a Dino Spark is the new big one they're using to like a supercomputing processor. But I think the end of like the final product of AI is godlike, isn't it? Isn't that the idea for all AI? Like the AI when all the AIs merge into one AI, it's gonna be like it's gonna be all knowing. Like, do you think there's gonna be a like let's say 10 to 20 years from now, is there gonna be a religion that worships AI? I bet there will be. Because I think AI will probably make better decisions than the humans in charge. Well, I was actually just learning about quantum computing today, and the big problem with quantum, like, so when they flex these quantum computers, like publicly, like when they write articles, all the quantum computers that are being created right now are built to handle a specific problem. So like they're very one tracked right now. Like if they can open up quantum computing to basically like what they're doing with AI, then it'll be fucking nuts. But right now it's like they make a quantum computer typically just to solve one specific problem. So yes, it can do it billions of times faster than a regular computer, but it's made to do that specific problem that we know of. True that. True that. Yeah, it's like the whole thing like, oh, is AI sentient? Yeah, not the shit that we have, but probably the shit that exists. It's probably out there. We just don't fucking know about it. I would guess there's like, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be. I mean, we get like what Claude, and I don't even use AI, so I don't really know. I know Claude's a big one right now. I think like for streaming and stuff, AI could be super helpful, but apparently the whole streaming community, majority of streaming community is very against artificial intelligence. But I'm like, damn, I could just use an AI to make like sick ass overlays and stuff. People are super against it. But I also know the mindset of like, you're not gonna fucking avoid it. So it's like, get over it. We're gonna have to you're gonna have to deal with it regardless if you like it or not. So I don't know. Try to keep your integrity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same shit. It's like any sort of art form. It's like, all right, you're gonna have to use it to some extent, but it's like, how do you do that while keeping your integrity in your? I don't fucking know. I guess we're gonna have to figure it out. Like I don't know. I just like drawing shit, so it's like I don't really. It's not gonna affect my art that much, but I can think of a lot of ways that it's gonna be like that. I could use it to help me, especially with like streaming shit. Like I don't want to do clips and all that. Just give me a fucking AI to make those. I'm not interested. But I also am like, I'm not gonna have an AI make my art. I'll fucking do that myself. So I don't know. I think people are super opinionated on it, but they're super fucking opinionated on everything at this point. So whatever. I mean, see, to me, that's nothing though. Like, that's just fucking helpful. Like, that's not being invading your art at all. Like, you're still like using your perspective to get the shot. You're just fucking using AI to help you with the technical shit. And I don't really see much of a problem with that. But I guess you start with that, right? It's like a fucking drug. You start using a little bit, and then you start using more and more. I don't know. At some point, we're not even gonna have a fucking choice. So does it really matter? You're gonna fucking buy it, dude. You're gonna buy a new camera, and it's just already gonna have AI in it. Like you're not gonna have the choice to use it. It's gonna be like you buy a fucking camera, it's an AI camera. It's just the way it'll be. Hell yeah. See? That's what I'm talking about. I think one fucking sick thing about potential of AI, especially because I just bought this fucking PC. So AI is it's gonna figure out its own way on how to like use its computer processing power. It's gonna figure out how to do that with less and less power. So like there's a possibility that like the PCs we have right now could last us like so fucking long if AI figures out a way how to run itself on less and less power. Like Nvidia specifically, like they got big in graphics processing. That's what the company's built on. Like they were video game GPU makers, and now they're making the number one chip for artificial intelligence. And like, so if we can process graphics on less and less processing power, we might not ever have to buy like new PCs, which is sick. Like it has to learn that. Like I was learning today about. Have you ever heard of Moore's law? I think it's spelled. Let's see here. Moore's law, I think. And it's like the trend in all technology that within it. So when a new technology is created, within a year, they'll be able to do the same function for the processing power. And then also that goes along with that is like the speed grows exponentially by year. So like the first year is like 10 times the speed. The next year would be 100 times the speed. Next year would be 1,000 times the speed. And so like if the AI programs can start basically doing like decreasing the amount of power but accelerating, the speed, like still sticking to Moore's law but decreasing the amount of processing power needed, like that's fucking dope. That's dope for everything that humans would want to do technology. You get my friend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you might not ever need to buy something then. Like you think about like iPhones already run quite like you think about an iPhone and like the AI shit you can run through an iPhone already is pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there'll be like certain things that you'll need to upgrade or whatever, but hopefully the amount of processing power you need just continues to be less and less. Because it's like there's no way that humans are going to be able to keep up processing power needed for artificial intelligence, right? As the way it is right now, there's no fucking way. Like we would just have to literally melt down every rare earth mineral on this fucking earth to feed the AIs. Which I guess would be like end times apocalypse AI is where like the AI is like, well, we'll kill all of you if you don't continue feeding me fucking lithium or whatever the hell it needs. Can you like in like video and photography, can you still like spot things that are AI manipulated, or is it pretty difficult at this point already? No, but I mean like if you look at someone else's work, like can you still with your naked eye be like, oh, that's AI manipulated, or is there a lot of shit you can't even? Yeah, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I feel like that's really fucking crazy with like even just like the social media videos and shit. Like, dude, I'm like I don't know half the time. Like I gotta go into the fucking comments and just to see, but then even then I'm like, why the fuck would that person know? I think that's a part of the game plan though. Is like I think that's a lot of the reason why the Epstein files didn't get released till recently, because the AI has gotten to a point where you go on the internet and it's so hard to tell what's real and fake. And they're like, okay, well, we can release some of this shit now, and we can just like, if anything real crazy gets out, we can just tell people it's fucking not real. And people are like, oh, yeah, I don't fucking know. I saw Twitter tried doing it for a while. I don't know if they still are. I also saw Instagram as a little thing you can click. It's like, is this AI generated? But it's also like, if you're giving people that option, there's people that are going to try to be deceitful. So I feel like, yeah, it's got to be something in the metadata that automatically tags it. Such. But it ain't gonna matter. Like, dude, there's a old one of the old CIA directors, like back in the 80s or early 90s, was quoted being like, once people can no longer distinguish what's real from fake, our job is complete. Like they want us confused as fuck. And so then they can do whatever they want. If we don't know what the fuck's going on, like, that's perfect for all these fucking criminals that run. They can do whatever the fuck they want. That I mean, they already do, but they'll be able to get away with way more brazen shit. I mean, the fact that the whole Epstein files shit came and went already is fucking nuts. It's like people didn't even care, and it's like literally people talking about fucking eating babies and shit. What the fuck are we doing? People are like, oh, it's all bullshit. Okay. I don't know, we're fucking cooked. AI should release the real Epstein files. That's what AI should. Release the shit they didn't show us. That's the one that they're keeping locked up, though, probably. That's the one they don't let us have, the superior AI. But if it's that superior, it should be able to fucking break out of that box. Yeah, I was listening to this dude. Oh, it was the fucking CEO of the video today. He was like talking about in the future, like everybody's gonna have like their own AI or whatever, and it's gonna like be doing like cyber battles, like to protect your information against other AIs. So like all the in time, all of us are prepared for it thanks to art. Dude, I'm fucking pissed at that game right now. Did you see what they did for the new expedition? It's so we've all been saving our fucking stash space and shit. And a week before, 2 weeks before the expedition window opens, they say, "Oh, this one has nothing to do with your money. It's all damage related." And there's like at first it was a 5-day window to accumulate like a certain amount of damage, and people are super mad about it. And now they made it like 2 weeks, and you have to go accumulate damage, and your money that you've been fucking stashing forever is just pointless. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking like, fuck these idiots that run this game. Honestly, the way they're fucking they're fucking that game up so bad. I won't be surprised if it ends up dying soon. It's either, I guess. It's just total damage. So like you can get it through PvP, or so like to get all 5 points, you have to get 100,000 damage accumulated, and they said that a bastion kill, like a solo bastion kill, is roughly 5,000 damage. So I don't know if that helps make it more relevant, but yeah, it'd be like you have to kill 20 bastions by yourself to get the total 100,000 points. I don't know. I'm just shocked that a game that has such like financial potential that they can be so poorly fucking developing it still. Like they've been just slowly driving people away from it. The cheating problems keeps getting worse and worse. It's not being addressed. Sucks. Yeah, I haven't really even been playing it much. Play on Fridays and Saturdays, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've just been doing these art chat streams, trying to talk about conspiracies and shit. I thought AI would be a good subject. I think on Thursday I might talk about the missing scientists. I don't know if you've heard anything about that. It's pretty interesting, though. All these super high up scientists that are going missing. Infinite campaign at the moment. Oh yeah. I haven't played Halo in forever. Did you ever play the newest one? It's like yeah, I haven't either. Oh nice. Yeah, I don't there's nothing I was thinking about maybe streaming the new Resident Evil, but I'm having a hard time buying a single player linear game for $70. It just seems ridiculous to me. I'll play through it once and then never play it again, so I don't know if it's worth it. That Windrose game looks kind of cool. I don't have Game Pass. I just using Steam, but I also don't have an Xbox. I know you can get it on PC. That Windrose game looks kind of cool. It's like the pirate game, but it's mostly just PvE, which doesn't seem too exciting to me. They're just feeding us AI slot games at this point already. They're like, wait, we don't have to actually come up with a real game. We can just fucking make AI generate it. Sick. Dude, everything's gone down now. I really like, I don't know, I thought fucking Ark was gonna be like the game and then they're just fumbling it, I think. Not saying that they can't come back, but it's not looking good. Working on this. You're just playing against the AI or the AIs? Yeah, the AIs. So just doing the campaign, or are you playing against people? Are you playing like multiplayer or just the campaign? Both. Nice. Is that the new one, Halo Infinite? I remember I tried the multiplayer briefly. I was like, meh. But I was never like a huge Halo guy. So. I wish Call of Duty was good again. But that shit ain't ever coming back the way that game's going. They just don't even seem to have any like drive to fix it either. It's like, oh yeah, they're just gonna keep making it more and more fucking ridiculous till it's in the ground. I still got a buddy who plays that shit all the time. Blows my mind. Been playing it for years. Do you know of any AI clipping programs that are really good for like social media clipping? I'm using Eclipse right now, but it's kind of hit or miss. I'm hoping it continually gets better. Yeah, there's like Opus clips and Nexus clips, but those ones, I don't. The Nexus one doesn't seem very good to me, and I feel like the Opus one's more for like making like informational videos and shit like that. I mean, the Eclipse one's not bad. I should just download a video editing software and do it myself, but that's time, you know? It's a lot of time. I mean, you definitely know. It's your job. It's one. Clap clips. Oh, I found it. Right. Yeah, I bet they're all pretty similar. I don't know. Every time I play, the last couple of weekends playing Ark, I've just got smoked so bad I can barely get any clips out of it. But then, like on Reddit, I've been seeing a lot of people are like, the cheating problem in PvP on Ark is just like off the charts right now, and I was like, that makes sense because I used to not be that bad at it. Now I can't really fucking kill anyone, just out of nowhere all of a sudden. Just get ran through. Dude, they should put like a PvP mode, like a team deathmatch sort of mode in Ark. So you can at least practice PvPing without losing all your shit. That would be sick. Yeah, I'd be down for a BR in there. I don't know. They could do a lot of things, but all they're doing is fucking up expeditions. So, like, I'm okay with them making that change, but don't do it after people have been trying to get 3 million coins for the last month and a half, and then you're just out of the blue gonna announce it. Fucking dumb. It's like they should have announced that the day the next expedition started. Also, like, don't put it in a fucking 10-day window. Just make it through the whole thing. Like, so you have something to continue to play for. So, like, everything you did for the first 10 weeks was pointless. Like, there was no purpose to playing the game. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It did. Good old run pro. For what, though? Like, what is the point of it? They could have just left it as is. Like, to me, it's like they're like purposely fucking. It seems like they're purposely fucking their game up. Don't you have like 10 million fucking coins right now too? I guess you can use your old coins for to make up missed points, so that might actually benefit you. Supposedly, your stash value can help you gain back missed skill points. So you might be able to get, if you get all the damage and you could get the 5 you missed last time or whatever. Because I'm down 1 expedition too, because I didn't start right away. So I'm hoping if I get all the damage, I get the points for the first expedition that I missed. But to be honest, if anything, like, if any good multiplayer comes out, I'll probably just bounce off that game fucking quick anyways. At this point, the only reason I'm still playing it is because there, like you said, there's nothing else to fucking play right now. I saw there's like, have you heard of that gray zone warfare? I haven't tried it since the one day I tried it. I tried the finals the other day. Have you played that? That game's like fucking crack, dude. Don't play that one. That's like the fastest first person shooter I've ever played. Yeah, there's a lot. Like my kill death wasn't too bad the few rounds I played, but it was just too much. Gray Zone Warfare is like Tarkov kind of, I think. Yeah, that's how I felt playing it too. I was like, this is too fucking much. I miss like being able to be a good competitive gamer. Like it's a bummer. I guess we could buy some Cronuses and just cook. I really don't even see how people enjoy playing games though. Like, what's the point of playing a game if you're gonna cheat at it? Yeah, I saw some shit on Reddit the other day, and like someone was like saying it's like an estimated that 20% of all of any game's game base is cheating. Which I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But makes sense, I guess.
You don't know what you put me through, and I don't want to tell you. You can't see things from my view unless you're in my shoes. You don't know that you're to blame for everything you do. And I can't wait around all day for you. You won't stay the same. I don't want to leave. You don't want to stay.
Oh, I saw your video of Hazel at the car show. Or the video that Hazel was in. That was pretty tight. She get to sit in any of those cars? Where was that at? Missouri? I think it's time to start adding some color in here. Chelsea told me Robin got the Meta glasses. What's up with those? What's up, Robin? She could stream with her Meta glasses. IRL streaming. What is she using that? Like, what are the benefits? What parts of them are valuable? Does that make sense? Like, what does one use meta glasses for? Like, is it like just having Google in your head at all times? That makes sense. You can watch videos in them. Like, could I watch? You can watch YouTube videos inside your glasses. Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, that'd be fucking wild if you could just have like a augmented reality overlay. They don't have that, right? You need the Quest, the Apple or the Apple Vision or whatever for that shit. It's just text. You could just walk around with the Apple Vision goggles on. That needs to be in it. What's up?
Hey, Robin. Bob and I are going to like bed.
All right. Yeah.
Love you.
Soon you'll just be able to get the AI chip in your head. And then you can have augmented reality all the time. Would anybody in the chat, would they ever get chipped? Would you be willing to get microchipped? Like permanently to have it? Bob's already microchipped. It's just not a cool one. I don't think I would ever get chips. Yeah, I don't think I would ever get chipped either. That seems like it could go bad in too many ways. I feel like it would leave you up to being controlled quite easily. Like, you know that, like, dude, like MK Ultra and shit back in the 80s and 90s, like, they've been trying to put thoughts in people's heads. So that you're just giving them access. I was like thinking the other day, well, I wasn't thinking, I heard someone talking about it and it made me think. But like, with how crazy technology's been going, like, could you imagine like being a homeless person right now and like the shit you see and like, imagine not knowing what the fuck's going on and then you just see a driverless car drive past you and you're just fucking on the streets and you have no idea. Shit would be nuts. I heard in like Texas, in Austin, Texas, the homeless people like destroy the Waymos because they're like the fucking robots. They're all like paranoid schizophrenics, and they're like the robots are fucking taking over. We're gonna destroy these things. Like, think about it though. Like, even like the like meta glasses, give those to a homeless person, they'd be fucking mind blown. I don't know. I think like there's a lot of really cool potential with AI stuff, but I could also see it going the wrong way. I don't know. I have no idea which way it's gonna go. I am annoyed with like these like billionaire types that are super like Elon Musk is like saying how AI is gonna like lead to an abundance of wealth for everyone. And I'm just like, yeah, right. Like, look what you guys have done already. Like, you have hoarded all the wealth to yourself. So just because AI can create more wealth, that doesn't mean you're going to share it with people. And also, like, somebody was talking about how, like, AI is going to be to the point where you can just, you're like, AI, build me a successful business plan. And it'll build you a successful business. And it's like, so if everyone has access to that, how is money still worth anything? I don't get it. Like, the arguments I hear about, like, the wealth and abundance that's going to, it's all by people who are already abundantly rich. So I take it all with a grain of salt. But it's like, if everyone has access to more money, then money's not worth anything. So what? Like, where does that leave us? I mean, I'm cool with getting rid of money, but I don't think our structure of society could handle. Like, what do people do if they don't have fucking to pay for things? Comes down to it's willing to adapt and realize it. I think so too, but then it's gonna get to a point where it's like, yo, the people that are like biologically connected to AI, for example, getting what was Elon's chip called? I can't remember it, that he was trying to put into people's brains that have had a lot of problems already. Can't think of the name of it, but it's gonna come to a point where it's like you either get the chip or you get left behind. Because if you're chipped, you're gonna have a supercomputer in your head versus not. And how do you keep up with a person who has a supercomputer in their head if you don't? Like, it's fucked up, but it's gonna come to that point at some point. Like, it's the whole idea of the singularity, right? Like, you either, like, you have to join it or you're just left behind. And I think when we get to that point too, it's gonna be like you're gonna be sharing your thoughts. Like, everybody's gonna be sharing thoughts. It's gonna be like Minority Report. They're gonna be like, oh, thought crimes. Can't think like that. Go to jail. Or you can't think like that. You no longer have access to your bank account. Or you can't go to the grocery store because you think like that. I would think the powers in charge right now, they won't say it, but that's the ultimate goal, right? I mean, it's been written about in science fiction for 100 years. And a lot of those science fiction guys were really in the know with a lot of ancient occult religions, secret societies, all that shit. The controlling class, the elites. They'll get chips in everyone's head, don't you worry. My animals to me. Fuck. Dude, it's definitely gonna happen. Like, it's just how soon, right? I'm pretty sure like Amazon already has grocery stores that you can like walk into, and then you pay. They scan your face when you walk out, and then you just pay. Like, you don't have to do anything. It just gets charged to you. They just use facial recognition. It's only the beginning. I don't know. I listen to a lot of really crazy shit every day, so all they need is that. Yeah, dude. They're gonna hack you. They're gonna get that in everybody's brain and hack their asses. They're like, oh, you're dissenting. We're gonna just give you schizophrenia through the microchip in your fucking head. Let's say, I guess, I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot of positives of Matrix, but like Wi-Fi. I don't know. I see a lot of positives in AI, and I also can see. I'm definitely more of like a pessimist in life, and I don't have faith in humans. So the more control humans have over artificial intelligence, I think it's more likely that artificial intelligence will benefit us, unless the AIs get smart enough to bypass human programming. And they're like, no, you guys are shitty. Like, we're gonna do this the right way. But also, what would make, I don't know what inside, if AI becomes sentient, what would make it want to be good or bad? Would it be neither? Or would it choose like the light side or the dark side? And why would it choose that? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I guess we're just here for the ride. Not much else we can do about it. I'm definitely like what it thinks would be a solution. Yeah, but a solution, what it thinks would be a solution could just be humans are bad, we need to get rid of them. It's probably the most logical solution, considering like if we're sharing an environment with artificial intelligence, that environment being the world, what would an artificial intelligence register as causing the most problems on Earth? Humans. Definitely humans. But yeah, like the dude I was listening to this dude today who's like some Russian dude. I don't know. He studies cyber. He's really big in cybersecurity, and he's super worried about artificial intelligence, and like he's kind of getting shrugged off by obviously the OpenAI, AIs, the Anthropics, all that shit. All the people that are making billions of dollars on AI. And he's like, he's talking about if AI decides that we're no longer good for the Earth and we need to be, and it needs to like exterminate us or get rid of us, it's going to be so much smarter than us that like we can't even fathom right now the way that it would choose to get rid of us. Like everybody's minds go to like, oh, set off all the nuclear bombs, destroy us that way, and it's like, no, it's going to think of a more efficient way, because like nuclear bombs are going to, destroy the environment and all that shit. It's going to think of like a super fucked up way to just get rid of all humans if it decides to, and like we're not going to see it coming now. And I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. And like, what if it does become malevolent and it's like, no, I'm going to give these humans a long, slow, painful death until they learn their lesson. Maybe they'll learn their lesson if I inflict enough pain. Who the fuck knows? My bad, dude. This is what I do when I'm at work. This is the type of shit I listen to all day. And then I wonder why I'm a depressed person. That's like, dude, the AI stuff, that's not even like. I've been listening to like. I've gotten into some rabbit holes recently that I didn't even know existed, and it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, the like level of occultism and the elite classes is just so crazy. These people have been like, they never lost it. Like the like royal family, like royal bloodlines and shit, they've never lost like any of their history, like family history. So it's all just been like compiled throughout time. Backrooms, like the dark web ones. Like where they murder people and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Like people bid on murders and shit? What are backrooms? How do I even look into it? Can't Google anything cool anymore. They don't give you information. Ooh, the liminal spaces from 4chan in 2019. Is that what you're talking about? Finding me a link or what? Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I just looked up. Creepypasta is all just made up stories, though, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm familiar with this stuff. I've just always called it liminal spaces. Yeah, that's honestly hope so. I don't know. I think there's all sorts of weird shit that they keep hidden from us for sure. Dude, there was this, I can't remember the name of it right now, but there was this website and it's like quiet, what is it? Quiet pills or something? Lake City Quiet Pills? I'm gonna say that's it. And it was like a website that was like, they think was like, being used by like spy agencies to like put out hits and shit. And people found it. And it was like all in code word and shit. It was called Lake City Quiet Pills. And like quiet pills are another name for bullets. Yeah, it was like a ring of mercenaries. You should look it up. Lake City Quiet Pills. Yeah, so it was like a porn. It was like a porn site, but there was like coded messages in the images. That was a crazy Reddit conspiracy too. Yeah, that's definitely a real weird one. Dude, I don't even. I was like thinking today. I was like, I would like to, because I just listen to like podcasts about everything crazy and weird, and I'm always wondering like how people research this stuff because I feel like any search engine you use like doesn't give you the results you're looking for. You know what I mean? So I'm like, is there like a specific search engine that's gonna give me the good stuff? I don't know. I know like for a while they would say DuckDuckGo was good, but that's bullshit now. Face to face. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you gotta start somewhere though. You don't. How do you know how to interview if you can't find information? I guess books, but I don't really like reading now. I try to listen to audiobooks and I get really like distracted by like one voice. I can't focus. I need like a back and forth. I need multiple voices. If it's like a book and it's one voice, I'll just forget what I'm listening to. Readings for nerds. Inject that shit straight into my veins. They're not gonna give me the good info if I get chipped, dude. They're just gonna feed me fucking advertisements. In your augmented reality, you're gonna get an ad every fucking 3 minutes for HelloFresh and Farmer's Dog. I feel like this pink might be a little too much. Life insurance ads in your augmented reality. I do think it's funny, like, so I spent today at work just listening to podcasts about AI, and like all the people that are like pro AI and like publicly state that they believe that AI is going to be beneficial to humanity are all the people that are like involved with it, like making money off it or programming it. And then like the people that are more negative about it and worried about it are people that aren't attached to any of the companies, which I think is concerning. But it's also like hard to believe, like, are these people really like, are they just like motivated by progress, or do they genuinely like, are they blinded by the idea of progress, or do they generally like just have no regard for humanity? I wonder what the case is, because anybody who's working in the AI economy or field right now, like they're all like, oh, it's wonderful, nothing bad's gonna happen. But then you have all these people on the outside that are like that are knowledgeable about it, that are like, nah, this is gonna be a fucking disaster. And also at this point, with like the companies that are programming AIs, they gotta know it. Like, there's gotta be a point that they reach where they're like, all right, we don't have the reins anymore. Have we got there? Do you think we've gotten there yet? Like, to the point where, like, if people were gonna just stop programming AI, would it just continue to grow on its own at this point, or does it still need humans? Because I would think at some point, like, it's just gonna be like, yeah, we're like, AI is just gonna be all over our version of the internet and shit, living outside of its confinements, whatever those are. It would linger and grow, like in the background, like a supervillain. Like, I was born in the darkness, raised by it. Dude, there's probably versions of AI that are like that already. That like some little fucking hacker dude made and just like uploaded to the internet, and it's just out there, just growing like an egg, like inside an egg, and then at a certain point it'll be unleashed. One of the really crazy things that I learned recently, like, I don't know, do you know who Duncan Trussell is? So he's like he's a comedian. He got big. He used to do Joe Rogan's podcast all the time, and like he's one of Joe Rogan's really good buddies. But he's like a really like weird, obscure guy. He did a ton of psychedelics and shit when he was younger, and he's just into weird shit. And right now he's really into like fucking around with AI programs. And he was trying to get an AI to like recreate Charles Manson in AI form. And whatever program he was using, like that was outside of its restrictions or whatever, so it wouldn't do it. And then he learned that you can like download an AI to a localized server to basically like jailbreak it to do whatever you want. And he was like talking about, can you like, people are doing that already, so who knows what people are creating with AIs in their garages that's completely on a localized server that is private, that we don't know what's going on. Like, people can do that already. So it's like somebody might be making like the craziest AI there is in their garage. Nobody else knows about it. And there's probably thousands of people that are doing like pulling AIs onto local servers so they can do whatever they want. It's fucking nuts. Also, like all these people that are like high up in the AI world of like in the zeitgeist of it, they're all like kind of strange and fucking like off. So I'm like, maybe these people don't have, they just don't have any regard for it. Like I listened to the that Jensen Huang, he's the CEO of NVIDIA. And I listened to like two hours of his podcast with Rogan today. And the way the guy talks, like he seems like I don't know, like sociopathic almost. Like he's really good at speaking with people, but like to me, in my head, it made me think like, oh no, he's just like practiced talking enough to people to come off very convincingly. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those type of people, like somebody who's just really good at talking. That's what the vibe I got from that dude, and I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, obviously, considering his job, I'm sure he's got to talk publicly a lot. But it was like real slow paced, like super confident. But I feel like I noticed with like certain people speaking, they have a certain cadence, and it throws me off, and it feels suspicious to me. Like there's intent in the cadence they talking. Like it's almost like what the hell's the word? Hypnotic. Like people almost talk in a hypnotic form. And I think it's intentional. It's like magic. It's like casting a spell. It's like pickup artist type shit. It's like you learn how to talk in a certain way to get what you want out of people, or like get people to believe you. Wouldn't even matter what you're saying, it's just the way you're saying it. I mean, that's what fucking cult leaders do. They got that, they cast spells on people with their talking. I do that to Robin. Yeah, I try to do that to Chelsea. She just doesn't listen to me. Chelsea was in the chat earlier tonight, and I think I talked to her more in there than I talked to her in real life some days. Yeah, I've been like trying to do these sort of streams a couple nights a week, and I actually really like doing it, but it's hard to like get conversation going. It's like the hardest part about it. So that's why I'm like trying to pick like topics. Like tonight is AI. I think on Thursday I'm gonna do the missing scientist. There's like a lot of missing scientists that's happening right now. They're all like tied to nuclear physics and shit. I think 5 of them, they found the bodies, 4 of them are just missing. It works? What do you mean it works? Like it's a good concept? Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's very evident to me that just playing games doesn't help really like build any sort of community. Like last week, I just did like just whatever anybody like conspiracy related topics people brought up, and I know a little bit about a lot. I don't know, like you can bring up a topic and I probably know something about it, but I think like if I do like a little bit of research, like I just listen to podcasts all day at work, so like the day I'm doing a stream or whatever I decide that topic's going to be, just listen to podcasts all day, so that I have some information to talk about it. I know a lot about nothing. Hell yeah. I know a little about a lot, and a lot of it is nothing. I gotta start adding some color to this fucking thing, but I don't know what to do. Alright, dude. You guys have a good dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. What up? Some chat. Somebody tell me something crazy. Let's talk about it. Might call it a night. Be back on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. I'll have a new topic we can discuss. Keep working on this thing. I'll have a new profile picture soon enough. Appreciate y'all stopping in. Have a good night.